This is about our cruise with Regent Seven Seas. This was booked on October the 7th. We were a bit unfortunate in that we had planned a pre-cruise itinerary in Israel. We happened to land 2.5 hours after the original attack on Israel. So our timing wasn't the best. So we didn't know what was going to happen with the cruise, which was starting on October the 15th. Anyways, we landed. We had our pre-cruise itinerary. About 2 days after we landed, Regent contacted us and said the ship would not come to Haifa as it was originally planned to do. And we would have to find our own way to Istanbul to be able to get on the ship. At that time, there were no options given. They made it very clear via the email that their expectation was it's your problem to get to the ship, and we are not discussing any type of refunds or future travel credits or anything like that. So they staked out their position very clearly right from the beginning. So we we weren't given any choices, so we did book flights to Istanbul from Israel that were subsequently canceled, of course, because things were deteriorating very quickly into a war footing there. There'd be another whole story, which I don't have time to do right now. But we ended up having to find our way to Jordan, to Amman, booked the last 4 flights to Istanbul to be able to reach the ship. I should mention, too, that this was as most people on the ship would tell us when we were in the middle of the cruise, most people had booked this cruise because of the itinerary, the fact that we were visiting Israel and Egypt. The balance of the trip was Greek islands, and then into Sicily, and then onto the mainland in Italy. During this pre-boarding time, not only did our Israel ports get canceled, which is understandable, but they also canceled our Egypt ports, which we understand that many other cruise lines just carried on, and people visited Egypt with absolutely no problems whatsoever. So the biggest problem that we have with Regent and our follow-up is we booked a cruise. It was a bucket list trip for us. We booked a cruise for a Israel-Egypt itinerary, and when that became basically a Greek island itinerary, there were no options presented to us, which I don't think is right. We would have accepted even them saying, we can't give you what you purchased, so we're going to delay it. You can take it at a future time. We would have been fine with that. Or they could have just said, we can't give you what you purchased, so we're offering a refund or future travel credits. We weren't given that option either. That's despite the fact that other cruise lines like RCL, Celebrity, and MSC, I believe, did offer the choice of refunds or future travel credits. Once we got back from the trip, I wrote to the president of Regent Cruise Lines, who did not answer the email. They turned it over to their customer service department, who basically got back to me with a long blurb of, it's not our responsibility, and you're getting nothing. Well, it could have been solved very simply by engaging in a dialogue as to how to make things right, based on the very brusque and unfeeling responses I received from them. I don't expect any type of financial solution to appear. And I'm really doing the review with PissedConsumer and doing this video is more from the standpoint of helping other people understand that when you go on a cruise, at least with some cruise lines like Norwegian and its subsidiaries like Regent, you are at their mercy. So be aware that whatever it may be, a bucket list trip for you to go to a certain place, they can freely substitute that with an entirely different itinerary and basically say, shove it. This is what you get for the money that you paid. I know it's not what you bought, but that's what we're giving you. So at this point, there's no way that they're going to solve this issue, despite the fact that I've left them negative reviews, which I think they deserve. But I really don't think anything's going to be solved, and I'm just doing this to hopefully make people aware that, if you're going to sign up for these cruises, do so with your eyes open, because you could get something completely different.